Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man, you can tap in and you can tap out, but you know my slogan, you know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in, so let's get right into it. Now, you already know time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G. I know they got y'all here chasing the bag, chasing that money, chasing that moolah, stacking that paper, that cheese, and that mozzarella, but always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex that time, energy are the highest forms of currency, my G's, at all times. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that's highly invested in the channel, everybody that understands we are growing this channel organically, constant elevation. We on our way to the top, well over 40,000, on our way to 50K. Yeah, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Even bigger salute to all my newcomers, all my new investors, everybody that's highly invested in the channel, everybody that's making their way to Grown Man Business TV, the realest channel on YouTube. Yeah, it's the realest, pure dope right here on YouTube. Big salute to y'all. Now, do me a favor, right? Wipe your feet off before you walk into the big house. Yeah. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing every time we go live right here on Grown Man Business TV. Yeah, the realest channel on YouTube. I carved out a lane for the real, and I'm the only one in this lane. And if you merge in this lane, we gonna crash out. All right? So I appreciate that. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing. Now, we're going to have a conversation. We doubling back on Shannon Sharpe. You know, one thing for sure, two things for certain, it's a snowball effect. You know, once one accuser comes out, it's almost guaranteed that a second accuser is gonna come out, and maybe a third and a fourth. You never know. But we got a second accuser. We got another dog fur having woman. We got another snow bunny. We got another pink toe. And yeah, I said dog fur. You know that dog fur, you already know. It smell like a sheepdog. It smell like a Labrador. And it smell like a golden retriever. Another dog fur having female has come out and accused Shannon Sharpe of the unthinkable. Yeah, I mean, taking it to the top with the grapes and all that. Doing all the grapes and all that. Shannon Sharpe. It's a snowball effect. And when I saw this situation taking place and when I saw it unfolding, you know, the downloads started downloading. And you already know how we do over here with the downloads and when they download and all that. All right. So before we get into this, before we start breaking down what's going on with Shannon Sharpe, before I really give y'all the downloads that downloaded, we're going to do some customizations to the chat. Because anytime I'm giving y'all this game, anytime I'm speaking on what I'm speaking on, the higher-ups and the elites are paying attention. They know Grown Man Business ain't a slave for the YouTube check. They know Grown Man Business is going to give it to you pure dope, straight off the brick into the bottles. And being as that may, they try to muffle the channel. They try to shadow ban the channel. So let's get this customization stuff done real quick. And then we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of this because it get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. And it's way deeper than Shannon Sharpe and white women. It's way deeper than, you know, the authorities, the higher-ups and the elites just wanting to take down another black man. And we're going to talk about that. But I got to customize chat before we do that. So big salute. Make sure y'all hit the like button. I see y'all in here. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Make sure y'all locked into the realest on YouTube. Yeah, the realest is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Bam, you see that right there at the bottom of the chat. Now, before you get in the chat with your Twitter fingers and all that, before you get to Twittering and commenting and asking questions with your Twitter fingers and all that, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure, you know, you are in tune and locked into the realest channel on YouTube. And listen, man, if you don't do that, it's okay. No worries. Get in the back of the class, close your mouth and open your ears for this pure dope straight off the brick into the bottles. Pure dope. No extras, no quinine, no baking soda. We ain't water whipping it. I'm giving it to you straight off the brick into the bottles. All right? Make sure you do that. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, Shannon Sharpe is in hot water. Shannon Sharpe is in deep water. You know, It's a snowball effect when they getting you out of here. If it's a snowball effect when the humiliation rituals take place. Yeah, when they putting you in your place, it ain't gonna be one hit here, one hit there. It's gonna be a snowball effect. And that's what's going on with Shannon Sharpe. When we got a second accuser coming out. We got another dog fur having female speaking about her encounter with Shannon Sharpe. I'm talking a head full of dog fur. I'm talking a brunette, a sheepdog, a golden retriever right there in front of you. All the Neanderthal attributes right there in front of you. Talking about her encounter with Shannon Sharpe. And the download started downloading as I'm listening to this young lady, or this old lady at this point, talk about what happened. I'm saying to myself, it get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. And I wanna give a big shout out, and I want to give a big praise to the solid black women that's rolling with black men. I want to really speak to black women with this live stream as we're talking about Shannon Sharpe. And I want to really move the smoke and mirrors from a lot of you black men out here. From a lot of you brothers out here that's hiding behind the smoke and mirrors. From a lot of you brothers out here that got those kinky fetishes behind closed doors. Buck dancing and all that. You know, I wanna speak to y'all, because one thing for sure and two things for certain, I always hold black women accountable. I'm never going to talk down on black women. I'm never going to disrespect a black woman, but I am going to hold black women accountable. And with that being said, it's only right that I hold you jigaboos, you buck dancing black men. It's only right that I hold y'all accountable. Dudes like Shannon Sharpe, it's more than Shannon Sharpe. It's way more than you know. Of these black men out here that talk down on black women but buck dance behind closed door with these dog fur having white women. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. I want to really show my love for black women with this live stream. I want to really let y'all know that the majority of black women that are riding with black men, that got a good head on their shoulders, are educated. You understand what I'm saying? Stand on business. Know exactly what I'm talking about. Close their mouth when a real man is talking. I got a lot of love for those black women. And I'm going to be the first on YouTube to really expose what's going on with the majority of these black men. I want to talk about this. We already know I'm going to hold black women accountable. We already know that I don't got no problem coming on my channel and speaking directly to my black women and letting them know exactly how I feel and exactly what it is. So now I got to talk to you black men out there that's masquerading as, you know, brothers, that's masquerading as, you know, kings, that's masquerading as leaders. And then y'all get into these back rooms with these white women and y'all get the buck dancing. Y'all get the jigabooing. Y'all get the, y'all get to doing the, y'all get to shuffling your feet and all that. It's nasty work. And before I get into the real jits of what I'm going to talk about, I suggest that more white women, more dog fur having white women speak out about these black men and the things that they do behind closed doors. I want more white women to speak out about the encounters that they have with these black men that portray themselves as leaders, that feel like they can get on this camera, they can get on this algorithm, they can get on these platforms, and they can talk to black men any which way they want to. I suggest that more white women expose black men. Don't be afraid to speak out about what's going on with you and these black men in these dark rooms and these closed doors. I suggest that more white women speak out. I really hope that more white women get enough guts, get enough bravery to speak out on the nasty work that's taking place with black men out here. These are the downloads that are downloading. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Shannon Sharpe, but it get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. And one thing for sure, two things for certain, it's way deeper than Shannon Sharpe. It's way deeper than Shannon Sharpe. Old Shay Shay. It's a lot of black men out here perpetrating the fraud. All right, and we're gonna talk about that. Big salute, Miss Lovelace. I see you in the chat. MJ, I see you in the chat. Big wrenches. Y'all already know. They shoot to kill in the chat. We don't ask no questions. We shoot first and ask questions later. Big salute to the big wrenches. Yeah, you know, the downloads was downloaded. And as I was listening to this second accuser, I said to myself, this is absolutely nasty work. And we not going to let you hide behind black men, Shannon Sharpe. We not going to let you use the black card in this situation. And the more of you black men that get exposed by white women, we are no longer going to let you hide behind the black card. Big salute to the black women out there that's standing on business. Big salute to the hyper feminine, the divine feminine black women out there that's standing on business. And we're going to have a conversation about what femininity is. Because a lot of black men talk about how they go to white women and they go to Asian women and they go to all these different women because they are feminine. And I want to do some correcting on that. I don't like how y'all like to muddy the waters with that feminine and that masculinity word. I get it. I get that black women, but not only black women, it's a lot of other women, all women. Some of them are falling into hyper masculinity. But I don't want you to confuse the two. And I think a lot of you black men out here got masculinity confused with divine femininity. And I'm gonna go in depth with that. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper with that. But right now, what we gonna do is we gonna let this second accuser speak. Big salute to the chat. Black women, I'm riding with you. As long as you riding with me. As long as you riding with the black man, I'm riding with the black woman. Yeah, I need you to understand that. But I also need you to understand that I can't talk to you like Saucy Santana. I can't talk to you like Little Nas X. I gotta be a man when I talk to you. I gotta use my baritone. But not only am I gonna talk to you, I'm gonna allow you to talk back. Big salute to all the black women out there, the hyper feminine black women out there that's standing on business. Because femininity is power as well. Femininity is strong as well. A lot of y'all got femininity, you know, mistaken with soft. Y'all got femininity mistaken with a pushover. Y'all got femininity mistaken with a liability. No, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. And being as though I'm a big dog, I'm a grown man, I understood a long time ago that femininity is power at the same time. Femininity is strong. Don't get it wrong. It's some soft features in there, but a strong and hyper and divine femininity comes with a certain amount of power. And I'm gonna speak to that because a lot of you black men, y'all ain't built for that power. Y'all soft. A lot of you black men are feminine. That's why you can't deal with a certain type of woman. That's why you think running to a white woman is going to save you. That's why you think being a passport bro is going to save you. That's why you think an Asian woman is going to save you. But what I'm here to tell you is none of those white women don't respect you, black man. Asian women don't respect. We going to have this conversation. Big salute to the chat. Big salute to the chat. We're going to talk today on this beautiful Saturday. We're going to have a conversation. Big salute to my hyper feminine, divine feminine women out there. Now, One thing for sure, two things for certain here at Grown Man Business TV, right? You already know I kept the receipts. Yes. I kept the receipts, baby. Don't you worry about that. You ain't got to worry about that. I got the receipts. I'm going to plug you in, and we going to have this conversation, and we going to talk. Grown man business mean exactly what it is. This channel is grown man business. And I know it's been too far in between of you out there, you women out there, having a conversation with a real man that stand on real business, that say what he mean and mean what he say, that look you in your eyes when he talk to you and he use that baritone. Yeah, and pin you to the mattress if need be. So big salute to that. Listen. I appreciate that 5-piece nugget. I see you in the chat. Appreciate that 5-piece nugget. We gonna do wonders. We gonna work wonders with that 5 to 6. Matter of fact, that's a 6-piece nugget. My bad. My apologies for that. This is what it is. Now, the second accuser, we're gonna let her talk, and then we're gonna jump in and out, and we're gonna break this thing down, and we're gonna let her talk. But after we let the second accuser of Shannon Sharpe describe her encounter with Shannon Sharpe, we're gonna go deeper into the rabbit hole. All right? And you already know, again, I kept the receipts. One thing for sure, two things for certain. I'm gonna have some receipts over here when I tap in with y'all. Now, let's let this young lady talk. And we're gonna have a conversation. Big salute to the chat. Hit the like button. 200 people in the chat. Run them likes up. You already know how we do. Hit that thumbs up. All right? Big salute to the chat. Now, here we go right here. The second accuser. Right here. Right here. Look. Now, what I want to say before we get into, her encounter with Shannon Sharpe, I want to say that, that's that golden retriever right there. Nah, my bad. That ain't the golden retriever dog fur. I'm going to say that's a sheepdog right there. That remind me of one of them sheepdogs out there in Scotland right there. That's a nasty strand of dog fur. I don't like the dog fur. It smell like a wet dog when it get wet. When the rainwater get on top of that dog fur, it smell like a Shih Tzu. It smell like a golden retriever. It smell like a Labrador. And here, I'm going to tell you, me personally, I don't want no parts of the dog fur. I ain't got nothing against the dog fur, but I don't want no parts of the dog fur. And I mean, when the dog fur get wet, it smell like dog fur. So don't ask me why I'm calling it dog fur. Don't ask me why I'm calling it the dog fur. Look at that. Ooh-wee. Ooh. Now, I want to let this young lady talk. I want to let her tell her experience with Mr. Shannon Sharpe. All right? Because y'all go, and I want more white women to come out. Don't be afraid to expose these black men that act like they leaders, that act like they got so much to say on these podcasts, and then they get in closed doors. They get behind they go into dark rooms with you white women, and they get to shucking and jiving. They get the jigabooing. They get the dancing and tap dancing and all that. I want more white women to expose you Shannon Sharpes. I want more white women to be strong enough and brave enough to come out and expose you black men for what y'all doing behind closed doors. So let's let this young lady speak. All right? And I ain't gonna lie, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. But let's tap into this receipt. Big salute to the chat. Charlie P, I see you in here. Big salute to them big wrenches. Yeah. Let's go.
The biggest argument that we ever got in. And he was controlling, he was domineering, he was manhandling me beforehand.
Now, right there, she said that Shannon Sharpe was manhandling her. Physical abuse, domestic violence. We don't condone that here at Grown Man Business TV, Shannon Sharpe. Allegedly, you was putting your hands on a married woman. All right? Nasty work. Let's let it go some more. Big salute to the chat. Hit the like button. 325 people in here. Hit the like button.
We met in actually the press room at the Broncos, April of.
Look. Now, I want you to understand something. Look at how Shannon Sharpe is eyeballing that white woman. Hey, Shannon ain't looked that white woman in the eyes one time. Look. You got to look up, Shannon. And that's how a lot of black men, this is how y'all act when white women come around. And I'm going to talk more about that later on in the chat. I'm going to talk more about that. But Shannon Sharpe, if you look at his body language, if you look at his demeanor, it's very telling, man. Look. Eyeballing that dog fur the way you was eyeballing that dog fur, Shannon. You couldn't help yourself. I mean, you was looking at her like you wanted to pull her hat off and take that jacket off right there on camera. Let's let the young lady talk a little bit more. Hit the like button. 450 people in the chat. Run the likes up. Look.
2002. And, but we didn't start talking until we met up at a club at Blue 67 in Denver. I don't know if anyone is listening from Denver, but yeah, we were at a club at the same time. We didn't go together. We just happened to both be there. And so he started talking to me, and he started pursuing me pretty heavily from then on. I resisted for a while because, I was a reporter, and I didn't want to mix the two. But he's very charming.
No offense.
Ooh. All right, now. Here we go. Here we go now. Here we go, Shannon. Let's, exactly. I saw that. Yes. Now, this right here is the young lady. Well, you know what? I'm not going to say that. But that's the pattern that I'm talking about. It's a pattern with these type of men, with predators. With humans as a whole, we are creatures of habit. So Shannon Sharpe talked about paying for a divorce for a certain young lady. At the same time, he wanted this woman to divorce her husband as well. Shannon Sharpe is a sick man. Shannon Sharpe, that's a dirty mother. Shannon Sharpe is a nasty man. Let's let the young lady talk some more. Big salute to the chat. Run the likes up.
And we dated until the 2010 incident. And then it came to abrupt end because I wanted, we were arguing and he was threatening me and stuff like that after, but I didn't see him again after he raped me.
So what led up to that fight, that 2010 fight that you guys, I know that the argument ensued first before he allegedly raped you?
Hey, Charlie P, I like that. Miss Lovelace, exactly. I just want to speak to that just for 1 second. Yes, man. Yes. White people age way different than we do, respectfully. And nasty work what we looking at right now. Nasty work. You understand what I'm saying? It's an illusion. It's an illusion, my G. And when you can see through the smoke and mirrors, that's when it get real. That's when it get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. Because now you can look at said white woman at the age of 21 or 22 or whatever, and you can say to yourself, in 15 years, homie, that shit is like dog years. It ain't worth it. Again, big salute to the divine femininity in black women, because we are not of this. You got to know something, man. We are not. We are star babies. This melanin come from the cosmos. This very melanin is found in asteroids. We are not Neanderthals. We did not come from caves. We did not derive from animals. But when you look at Caucasoids, you understand exactly who came from a cave and exactly who derived from animals. Respectfully. Big salute to the chat. Run them lights up. Look, look, look.
The argument was about the fact that he had removed one girl from his house and put another girl in his house and didn't tell me. And he had asked me to break up with my husband at the time. We were just dating. So I was dating Shannon and my husband at the same time. Shannon asked me to break up with my husband. And I don't recall for sure, but I think I did. And so, it's like, wait a minute, you want me to be with just you, but you want to move somebody into your house and not even tell me? So that's what it stemmed from. He's not a faithful person, so I wasn't going to be faithful to a non-faithful person. It just doesn't work that way. Not for me anyway.
Can you tell us just broadly, I know it's probably painful to relive this situation, but can you tell us generally what happened that day?
It was fighting, and usually we fought on the phone and not in person. So it was the biggest argument that we ever got in. And he was controlling, he was domineering, he was manhandling me beforehand, and he wanted to have sex, and I told him no. I told him no, because you gave it to somebody else. I didn't only tell him no, I told him why. And he wouldn't take no for an answer. So he overpowered me, put me to my knees, put his penis in my mouth. And after he got enough of that, he put me on the bed. And, this was all a struggle. So I had said no. And I said no, even though I was thinking that. And so it was the hardest. Yeah, this is too hard.
Ooh-wee. Now, I'm gonna stop right there with this receipt. You get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. 600 people in the live chat. Run them likes up. I need 100 likes, easy. Now, these are allegations. None of, Shannon has not been convicted of any crimes. These are all allegations. So this is allegedly of what this woman is saying. And you're going to have a lot of people saying that she's a liar. You're going to have a lot of people saying that, she's telling the truth. And then you're going to have a lot of people in the middle that's going to wait and see what happens. But what I'm here to tell you is Shannon has a pattern. First off, the pattern is white women. Caucasian Caucasoid women is the first pattern. Dog fur having women, that's the first number one pattern right there with Shannon Sharpe. Secondly is the fetishes and the kinky sexual nature of Shannon Sharpe, because you gotta be a nasty man. You gotta be a freakazoid to do what that young lady or what that old lady said Shannon Sharpe did to her. Now, one thing for sure, two things for certain. We're gonna drive the nail in the coffin. We're gonna drive the nail in the coffin because Shannon is an industry plant. Shannon is a celebrity that has been given the light. We all say Shannon Sharpe is, he's talent. No. You got to understand, talent don't beat hustle. Talent don't beat the Geppetto. It don't beat the door. You don't have to have an ounce of talent. If you're ready to walk through that door, they'll teach you. They'll teach you how to mislead. They'll teach you. So Shannon Sharpe is not he's not some superstar, super talented man. He was a black man that was willing to walk through the door. And the higher ups and the elites are going to give you everything you need to destroy yourself. Everything you need to destroy yourself. And with Shannon Sharpe is white women. So who's to say this lady's lying? When she got the same encounter, she got the same situation with that teenager that Shannon Sharpe was dealing with. That 19-year-old teenager that Shannon Sharpe was dropping Johnson in said she went through the same situation. The same situation as this old woman. I mean, she's an older woman now, but she was dealing with Shannon Sharpe 20 years ago. How old was this lady 20 years ago? When she was an anchor, when she was a news anchor, when she was working. When Shannon Sharpe was dealing, that's a whole nother live stream. That's a whole nother story. So it's patterns in this. It's consistency. Now, they got to prove it right or wrong, but what I'm telling you is her story is consistent with that teenager, that 19-year-old teenager's story. There is consistency. Now, a lot of people in the DM, they're saying, GMB TV, why are you going so hard on Shannon Sharpe? Why are you going so hard on a black man? And what you got to understand is this. What you got to understand, I'm going to say this, right? Talina, salute to you in the chat. I see you in the chat. I appreciate that 5-piece, 6-piece nugget. There is no racism, and if you listen long enough, I'm going to break down exactly why white people rock with Grown Man Business TV. It's a lot of white people out there that are waiting for the day for more black men to wake up and talk like Grown Man Business TV. They are praying. They're asking, what are you waiting for? They want black men to be men. And we're going to talk about that later. So it's no racism. And I'm definitely not protecting Shannon Sharpe, actually. Like I said, it's a lot of people in the DM asking me, GMB TV, why are you going so hard on Shannon Sharpe? Why are you not protecting this black man? Because morals outweigh your race over here at Grown Man Business TV. Integrity outweighs your creed over here at Grown Man Business TV. Grown Man Business is a universal law. It trumps creed. It trumps your race. Grown Man Business is a universal law. In every culture, you're going to have some grown men that's standing on business. In every race has grown men that stand on business. I'm just a black man that's standing on business, but you got white men that stand on business. You got Asian men that stand on business. You got Latinos and Mexican men that stand on business. And they all relate to Grown Man Business. They all in my DMs. They all talk to me. So we're not going to protect Shannon Sharpe just because he's a black man. That's a nasty man. That's a predator. Shannon Sharpe is a predator. He was laying down with a 19-year-old teenager. He was arguing on the phone with a 19-year-old teenager. He was having sexual intercourse with a 19-year-old teenager. Another reason why we're not going to protect Shannon Sharpe is because, you know, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. And that's gonna segue me into my next angle. Black men that go behind closed doors with white women. You understand what I'm saying? And they talk and they jigaboo and they tap dance. That's going to be my next angle. But you need to understand something. Before we even get to that, industry plan. Shannon Sharpe has already been documented tearing down another black man that was in the same situation that he was in. That black man name is Deshaun Watson, an NFL quarterback that was getting charged with sexual assault, had multiple different massage therapists, women, saying that he was sexually assaulting them. Oh, I got the receipts. Don't you worry about that. I keep the receipts. And Shannon Sharpe had no empathy for Deshaun Watson. So when another black man was in the same position that Shannon Sharpe is in right now, he had no empathy. But as soon as your turn, now all of a sudden, you want black men to rally behind you. We not riding with no predators. We not riding with no predators, Shannon Sharpe. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. I got a 19-year-old. Listen, I got a 20-year-old daughter. I got a 19-year-old niece. I got 20 and 21-year-old little cousins. You think you going to lay down with my cousin? You think you going to lay down with my niece because she's 19? Nah, Shannon. Nah, Shannon. It'll be R.I.P. for Shannon Sharpe. I ever find out. It'll be R.I.P. Now, I wanna show y'all, and I wanna just give y'all an example of what Shannon Sharpe was saying when it was another black man on the cross, when it was another black man on the chopping block. I want y'all to listen to Shannon Sharpe, and then we're gonna move forward. But that's what I mean when I say industry plan. That's what I mean when I say real black men. Grown men that stand on grown man business. We don't bend, break, or fold just because you a black man. We don't bend, break, or fold for predators. But dudes like Shannon Sharpe, they can be paid. They have been compromised. They can be swayed. Now, when Shannon Sharpe was sitting in front of that white man, Skip Bailey, he wasn't protecting. He wasn't speaking up. He wasn't defending Deshaun Watson. And I want y'all to listen to this. Big salute to the chat. Run them lights up.
I hate that he put himself in. He did this. He did this. He allowed people to say that he did these things. And so it's hard to feel sympathy or empathy because he put himself in this situation. But no, I'm going. I've read what she said happened.
It was hard for Shannon Sharpe to have sympathy for Deshaun Watson. Now he's seeking sympathy for his situation. My, how the tables have turned.
I hate that he put himself in. He did this. He did this. He allowed people to say that he did these things. And so it's hard to feel sympathy or empathy because he put himself in this situation. But no, I'm going. I've read what she said happened.
It was hard for Shannon Sharpe to have sympathy for Deshaun Watson. Now he's seeking sympathy for his situation. My, how the tables have turned.
My, have the tables turned. Yeah, you had no empathy for Deshaun Watson. Now all of a sudden you on the screen talking about some, yeah, man, I mean, this is what they do to black men. Oh, it wasn't that for Deshaun Watson. So I want y'all to really get a feel for what we are dealing with. I want y'all to really be able to understand and see through the smoke and mirrors when you looking at an industry plan. When you looking at a man that has been paid to mislead the youth. When you are looking at a man that has been paid. He has been compromised. And yes, I want to say this, Styles Love. Shannon Sharpe is an absolute predator. Any grown man that'll lay down with a 19-year-old woman, little girl, young lady, whatever you want to call it, is a predator. You want to know the only thing, listen, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, they all got one thing in common, the word teen. Teen is short for teenager. Did y'all know that? Do you understand that? Teen is short for teenager. Teen. So 19 and 15 are the same thing. 14 and 16, that's the same thing. 16 and 17, that's the same thing. The only thing they all have in common is the word teen, which is short for teenager. So a 56-year-old man that will have sex with a teenager is a predator. I know you're not used to this. I know what you used to, and speaking to a grown man is few far in between, homie. So when you come to this channel, you getting exactly what you looking for. And sometimes it's gonna feel harsh. Sometimes it's gonna make you feel defensive, and that's okay. Because when you think about it in logic, you're gonna say, oh yeah, G and B, you right about that. My bad. You know what? You 100% right about that, G and B TV. Teen is short for teenager. So 19 and 15 are teenagers. A predator, that's a man that'll come to the family cookout and be eyeballing the teenagers. That's a man that'll come to the graduation and slip his number to the 18-year-old, the 19, and tell him, hey, give me a call. That's a predator. And this particular man, Shannon Sharpe, don't deserve no empathy because Deshaun Watson, you didn't show him no empathy. Now we gonna get a little bit deeper into this. Shannon Sharpe is the surface, but we gonna scratch the surface over here at Grown Man Business TV. I want to get deeper into this. Now that we understand that Shannon Sharpe is a predator, now that we understand that 15, 16, and 19 all have the same thing in common, which is the word teen. They all got something in common. Teenager. Now I want to talk about the men like Shannon Sharpe. The black men in America like Shannon Sharpe that Nico Net Media, salute to you. I see you in the chat, man. Hit the like and the subscribe and all that. The black men in America that play like they are leaders, that act like they are, you know, they are influencing the black culture, but they go behind closed doors, right? And they do the most kinkiest thing with white women. They want white women to call them nigga. They want white women. They tell white women, I want you to have my big black baby and all that. I want to have a conversation about this aspect of what's going on in America, because it's not just, it's deeper than black men just dating white women. Majority of these black men that are just in love with white women, the majority of them are sick in the mind. They are sick. They are mentally ill. You understand what I'm saying? And I want to break this down because, you know, I want to give, you know, I'm already giving a big salute to all my black women, to black femininity, to supreme femininity. But I also want to give a shout out to white women. White women out there need to come forward with these stories about black men behind closed doors. White women out there, I wish I give you, listen, I stamp of approval. I give you my stamp of approval to come out, make TikTok videos, make YouTube videos. You understand? Of black men that sell out their people, sell out their women, talk down on black women behind closed doors. The narrative is white women are seeking out black men. And I'm here to tell you, I don't think that's the narrative. I believe that black men are seeking out white women. White women can't keep black men off of them. You know, we're going to talk about this. It's deeper than white women. A lot of black men are sick and they are weak. I'm going to say it again. A lot of black men are sick in the head and they are weak men. And they run to white women thinking that they're going to find a way out, thinking that it's the easy way out. They run to Asian women thinking that it's the easy way out. And the whole time, Asian women, white women, they might have sex with you. They might even have babies with you, but they don't respect you, homie. They don't respect you more than they respect their fathers. They don't respect you more than they respect other white men. And I'm going to talk about that. But I want to let this white woman explain to y'all exactly what I'm talking about. It's a lot of black men out here that are running the white and behind closed doors, they selling out their people. You got, I'm gonna let her explain. Big salute to the chat. I kept the receipts. One thing for sure and two things for certain. I kept the receipts. No, I'm riding with Carmelo Anthony. You already know that. But right now I'm talking about divine masculinity and divine femininity. I'm talking about the trap of it's a trap. And for a long time, it's like, yo, G&B, white women is no. It's black men. It's a lot of black men that need to be held accountable when it comes to this. It's deeper than white women. It's a lot of black men that we need to talk. And they look just like Shannon Sharpe. It's a lot of black men just like Shannon Sharpe that sit with us and talk with us, and then they get behind closed doors and they tell that white woman, call me a nigga. Big salute to the chat. Run them likes up. We well over 100 likes. Let's get that to 200. Let's get that to 200 likes. If you in the chat, hit the like button. Big salute. Big salute. Now, listen, I want you to close your mouth and open your ears. Listen to this.
A girl who has dated black guys since the age of 15. I feel like you guys need my perspective on this Shannon Sharpe shit because everything I'm seeing is like white women are fetishizing black men. Like the Shannon Sharpe stitch, like the girl said something about, I want your black baby, right? I have had black men come to me and say, I want you to have my black baby. Not, I want you to have my baby. That's the acceptable response. No, I want you to have my black baby. And I have had black men ask me to say very derogatory things in bed. Yeah. So part of it is not that white women are fetishizing black men. It's like the opposite. And I feel like this isn't being talked about, and I don't want to get any hate for this, guys, because this is my personal experience, but I've had more black men than not mention race in our relationship as like a king. I don't know. I don't even know if that's like the right way to describe it. But there are some black men in this world that I think like want, I don't know if they want to reenact. I don't know if it's like a power trip of like, I don't know.
We know what you're saying.
I just feel like that piece is important to this puzzle.
Yeah.
Now, I really like what that lady said. And again, it was honest. And I think more white women should come out and start speaking on that experience, because more than likely, more than not, it's black men in these rooms with white women behind closed doors, tap dancing and jigabooing, yeah, and cooning out. It's you know, when the download, I can't stop them from downloading. And when I seen the second situation with Shannon Sharpe, and then I saw this receipt right here, the downloads just overflowed, and it told me, it said, yo, G&B TV, this is happening more than we know. Now, why do I say majority, not all of black men that engage with white women or have interracial relationships are weak? Not all, but majority. Why am I saying that? Because first, let's start right here, right? Having sex with a white woman does not make you superior. A lot of black men feel like somehow, some way, dating this white, it's like dating the slave master's daughter. Having sex with the slave master's daughter. Somehow, some way, you're getting back at the slave master. But what I'm here to tell you is that's weak, homie, and you're losing. You're not getting back at the slave master. You're not winning. You lost. The fact that you think you won in that manner shows me that you are a weak man. You understand? Let me give you an example, right? In the movie Get Out, if y'all remember the movie Get Out, it was the black guy was dating a white woman and they went to her parents' house and everything happened, X, Y, and Z. But the one part of that movie I want you to remember is that he found a photo book where the daughter had dated all of the people that they had trapped. Every person that they trapped, they used the white girl, the daughter, as bait to trap. Every black man that they brought to the house, they used the white daughter to trap him. They never used the son. You know, the son that they had in the movie Get Out, it was a son and a daughter in a family. It was the white girl and the white boy. But in that picture book was about 1,000 different photos. She was trapping black women and black men. So my point of saying that is they know Becky is a whore. They know Becky out there whoring around. You understand? They know Becky is a whore. That you having sex with Becky is just that's your weakness. They done sent Becky out there to trap thousands of black men. And hopefully she gets a basketball player or a football player, a wealthy black man like Kobe Bryant or something, where they can get the money and the melanin. The money and the melanin. So that's the first thing. You thought you won. Really, you win when you marry that beautiful black woman. When you marry a black woman and then you create generational wealth within a black family and you keep that money in the black family, that's how you win. But you so weak-minded that you think sexual intercourse with this white woman makes you, you lost. That's the first angle right there. The first angle. And again, I believe that more white women should come out and expose you black men for what y'all doing behind closed doors. We need to separate the boys from the men. We need to separate the big dogs from the puppies eating puppy chow. Look.
As a white girl who has dated black guys since the age of 15, I feel like you guys need my perspective on this.
Let me stop her right there. She been dating black guys since the age of 15. Again, I'm telling you, the daughter, they send the daughter out there. Go get him, Becky. Oh, Becky, go and get him. Go out there, you're 15, go have a good time. Go get him, Becky. All right? Now listen, look.
Shannon Sharpe shit because everything I'm seeing is like white women are fetishizing black men. Like the Shannon Sharpe stitch, like the girl said something about I want your black baby, right? I've had black men come to me and say, I want you to have my black baby. Not, I want you to have my baby. That's the acceptable response. No, I want you to have my black baby. And I have had black men ask me to say very derogatory things in bed. Yeah. So part of it is not that white women are fetishizing black men. It's like the opposite. And I feel like this isn't being talked about, and I don't want to get any hate for this, guys, because this is my personal experience, but I've had more black men than not mention race in our relationship as like a kink. I don't know. I don't even know if that's like the right way to describe it. But there are some black men in this world that I think like want, I don't know. I don't know if they want to reenact. I don't know if it's like a power trip of like, I don't know.
We know what you're saying.
I just feel like that piece is important to this puzzle.
Yeah.
It's very important to this puzzle. It helps make sense of when these situations take place, right? With like Shannon Sharpe and a 19-year-old OnlyFans model, right? And you're asking like, how does this happen? It's because dudes like Shannon Sharpe, and I think it's a lot of more black men out there like Shannon Sharpe that pursue these white women because they want to get behind closed doors. They want to, you know, slave master and slave. They want to, yeah, call me a nigga and all that, you know, get the belt out, whip me, smack me, beat me. And a lot of black women aren't into that. A lot of black women they don't really want to put it, you know, they don't really want to do the things that guys like Shannon like to do. Shannon like to get freaky. Shannon wants you to plug him with the dildo. Shannon want to donkey you. He want to get plugged. He want you to plug him. He want to plug you. And a lot of white women is into that. Black women shame you. As a black man, black women, they you know, you ask them to do that, they gonna look. So I just believe that we need to really, this need to be put out there. Shan, and it's a lot of black men that get with these snow bunnies, and they've been doing this behind closed doors for a long time. And we are in the age and we are in the year of exposure. And I just believe white women, I'm telling you, as a black man, I certify and I stamp this. Come out. Yeah, defend yourself. Fight back. Stop letting black women and stop letting people think that y'all snow bunnies is just out here trying to trap black men, and the whole time you got a Shannon Sharpe. You got a whole Shannon Sharpe talking about telling you to call them the N-word and plug them with dildos and all that. Expose these black men. Put them on Front Street. Now, I wanna speak to the Caucasian race and to my Caucasoid and Neanderthal homeboys. I got homies that's Neanderthals. I know a couple of cavemen. They rock with GMB TV. They lock in with me. They respect what I say. They respect the square that I stand on. My Caucasian homies, my Caucasoid homies from the Caucasus Mountains, they know they come from the Caucasus Mountains. They know that they have Slavic. Yeah. They know they Slavic from the Caucasus Mountains. They know that. And they respect me for saying it. They respect Grown Man Business TV for speaking on it. Right? I had a conversation, and this is another thing that let me know that majority of black men that are locked in with these white women are weak men. I had a conversation with one of my Neanderthal homeboys at one point, and he told me, he said, GMB TV, man, he said, man, you're so right, man. The things that you know, I love your content, man, and you are so right. You are always on point with your information, with your ideologies, with the downloads that download. And I say, man, you know what, man, I appreciate you, my Caucasoid friend. I appreciate you. Bigfoot, man, I ain't got nothing against you, Bigfoot, Sasquatch. And he told me, he said, man, I want to tell you something. He said, most of your brothers, most of the black men that are married to white women, they are married to the white women that we didn't want. Majority of the black men that are married to white women are married to the white women that we did not want. You understand? And that shit burned into my mental Rolodex. It really resonated with me, and I never forgot it. And I said, you know what, my Neanderthal friend, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, goddamn, even a caveman can do it. Even a caveman. You remember the commercial, the insurance? Even a caveman knows what I'm talking about. And he said, that's what I want you to understand. When you see a black man with a white woman, he has married the white woman that we did not want. And I told him, I said, you know what? Elaborate on that. I said, explain that to me. I understood what he was saying, but I act like I played dumb. Sometimes you got to play dumb to get more. And I said, explain that to me, elaborate. And he said, man, when me and my Slavic friends were growing up, we'd look at Kelly and we say, God damn, Billy, Kelly's fucking fat, man. Look at her ass. Her ass is just over. I don't like, we didn't like a voluptuous backside. We didn't like a fat ass when we was growing up. I said, yeah, for real? He said, yeah, man. We considered that overweight. So if we're looking at Kelly, we're saying Kelly's freaking fat, man. Kelly got a fat ass, and we're not into that. Saquon is going to look at Kelly and say, God damn, Kelly, that, and it made so much sense to me. The white woman that was not able to secure, they normally will fall back and get with black men. Now, don't get me wrong. Most white women will have sex with black men. They know that they know how we give it up. They know we built different. So like this white woman right here said she been dating black men since she was 15. Once you lay down with a black man, but they don't respect black men the same way they respect Mr. Billy, Mr. Johnson, old Timmy boy over there. They respect white men on a higher level as far as superiority. So when he told me that, it always made sense with me, and it always rang as true. If that white woman back in the day could have found a feasible white man that fit her standards, your black ass wouldn't even be in the picture. I'm just dropping this game because I got a love for black women. I got a love for that melanin. I got a love for it. So I never really understood how, or was ever really attracted to the dog fur. I don't even have animals in my house, man. My daughter and my kids used to want a dog, and when I was growing up, we kept the dogs outside. We kept the dogs chained to trees and all that. We put a chain on the neck and we put the dog outside. I ain't really with the dog fur being inside the house and all that, shedding all over my floor and shedding all over my carpet and all that. I ain't with that, respectfully. The white men looked over certain white women, and those white women are the white women that are available to black men, respectfully. All right, now let's move forward. Big salute to the chat. Well over 500 people in here, man. We doing our thing today. We running these numbers up. And again, I want to give a big salute to white women. You know, just because I call it dog fur don't mean I don't rock with y'all. When your hair get wet in the rain, do it or do it not smell like a dog. When you go outside and it rains on your fur, right? When it get wet, it smells like a dog. So that's the only reason why I believe that it's not hair, it's dog fur. But either way, I rock with black and white women. I rock. Grown man business is universal. So I'm going to play a clip because this last angle that I'm going to speak on is you know, it's really deeper than Shannon Sharpe. We already know what he did. It's a second accuser, but you got black men behind closed doors telling white women, you know, to call them the N-word. You got black men behind closed doors shucking and jiving, and white women are tired of it. Y'all been doing this for a long time. And I'm gonna play one more receipt of a Slavic woman explaining that white women, Asian women, all different type of women, races of women, don't respect black men that talk down on black women. Y'all get around these women. Y'all talk down on the sisters. Y'all talk down on what they do. Y'all call them masculine. Y'all got all these different things to say about the black sister when y'all talk down on her. But deep down inside, they don't respect you. They don't respect you, homie. You don't see white men talking down on white women. You don't see Mexican men talking down on Mexican women. You don't see Asian men talking down on Asian women. You only see black men talking down on their women. Oh, the downloads have downloaded. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. I'm gonna let this young Caucasoid woman right here, this young Neanderthal woman right here, I'm gonna let her speak her piece. And I want to tell you something, young lady. I respect what you're saying. That's why you're gonna get some shine on Grown Man Business TV. Now, I don't like the strand of dog fur that you got going on right here. I don't really like it. It's type thin. I don't like the strand of dog fur what's going on right here, but I respect what you're saying. Look, yeah, is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Big salute to the chat. Run them likes up, you hear me? Yeah.
We're just gonna put up with your stuff. A couple videos back, I made a video about someone who needs to make a black woman appreciation post because I feel like there's a lot of black men in my comments putting down black women, which is, in the most slanderous of white terms, bonkers. So growing up and even today, I really seek out friendships and relationships with black women and other people of color because in my experience, they tend to be more honest and emotionally mature than us white women. This is especially true for me as an autistic person because it's really important for me to have someone that is a very honest and direct communicator because I really don't talk in passive aggressiveness, which is very common in white communities, especially where I live in Minnesota. Contrary to negative stereotypes often perpetuated by black men, black women are very feminine. Even the most masc-presenting black lesbian is feminine. And feminine is beautiful. Feminine is divine. Feminine is soft.
Now.
And feminine is strong. Black.
Now, I wanna say something to this young Caucasoid right here. I want to speak to her now. You know, I feel what she's saying, and she did say autistic. She did say that, Charlie P. And looking into her eyes, it's something. Yeah, look. I believe that that's the case, right? But I respect what she's saying, because I believe, just like behind closed doors, these dudes is having white girls plug them with dildos. These dudes is having white girls call them the N-word. Behind closed doors, white women is looking at black men and they think we all like that. I also believe that behind closed doors, a lot of these black men are talking down on black women. And it's an uncomfortable thing and it's nasty work. And I'm gonna let her talk a few more seconds, right? But I'm going to elaborate on the femininity part. All right, now I'm gonna let her talk. Go ahead and say a few more things right there. Go ahead.
Will critique their own women and say that they're masculine and that they prefer white women or Asian women because white women or Asian women are less aggressive. If you say that to me, you're really telling on yourself, because you're telling me that you don't want a woman to stand up to you and stand up to your BS behavior. I'm white and I will very much call you out on your BS. So don't ever think that dating a white person necessarily means that we're just gonna put up with your stuff. A couple videos back, I made a video about someone who had commented, a black man who had commented on my page, that he only dates white women or blonde women with blue eyes because they are more superior. You literally sound like a Nazi. And the funny thing was, this man tried to slide into my DMs on Instagram and apologize to me? Like, you should apologize to black women. You should apologize to your mother.
Woo! Now, artistic or not, that was powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I heard it, when the downloaded, and I said, artistic or not, that was powerful. And that just right there is something that is stamping what I'm telling you. It's stamping what I'm telling you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know something, right? A lot of black men say that they date white women because they are more feminine. Well, what is feminine, homie? This white woman is telling you that black women are more feminine. And don't think that just because she's white or Asian, you're gonna come over there and do whatever you want because she's more feminine. It don't work like that. Actually, the black men that I know that date white women, they don't just tell me like, yo, GMB is so much easier over here with this white woman. They be going through hell with that white woman. Yeah. Yeah, like Austin Majors running your ass up the block. Yeah, Megan Good husband. You seen a video of him running up the block from that white lady? That's what it looked like. That's what they go through. So what is femininity? Femininity is all those things. It's soft, it's nurturing, it's, approachable. Femininity is all of those things. But the one thing I noticed that they leave out of femininity is it's powerful. It's strong. You can be strong and powerful at the same time. You can be strong and soft at the same time. And I had to think to myself, why is that left out? Why is, when femininity is spoken about, why is the word powerful left out? Why is the word strong left out? You understand what I'm saying? Because when your wife walk in the house, she can be soft for you as her husband. She can be a soft, feminine woman. But then when your wife walk out the house and she got to go to the store, or she got to stop at the post office, or she might got to go get gas, now she can be a strong feminine woman. A strong woman to tell a man, no, I'm married. I don't need you to pump my gas. Excuse me. I don't need thank you so much, but no thank you. I'm married. You understand what I'm saying? Your woman, so the downloading, because I can see through the smoke and mirror, I say, oh, don't look for the double cross always pay attention for the triple cross. They left the word powerful out. They left the word strong out because they want you as men to think feminine mean pushover. Feminine mean easy. Feminine mean you can do whatever you want and they're not going to raise their voice. Feminine means they don't have a voice. They don't have an opinion. Oh, it's masculine when a woman got an education. It's masculine when a woman is forthgoing. It's masculine. See, they lie. It's all a lie. And what I'm here to tell you is, don't think dating white women that you have been brainwashed to think are so much more feminine. Don't think that means she's a pushover. Don't go to Asian women and think you're going to do whatever you want to do because she's feminine. It don't work like that. Feminine is a mixture of all those things. It's a reason why they leave the word powerful out. You got to know something, right? It's not that black women are masculine, but not all black women. You have masculine women in all races. But the masculine word in term gets pressed onto black women for some reason, right? And it's not that she's masculine. She might just be smarter than you, nigga. She might be smarter than you in some ways. Matter of fact, your wife, a feminine woman, she should be smarter than you in some ways. She should be strong in some ways. If something happened to you, she should be able to hold the fort down. So I believe that a lot of black men got that word feminine and femininity. Y'all got it confused with weak. Y'all got it confused with docile. Y'all got it confused with pushover. Femininity is a mixture of strength in there. It's a mixture of power in there. My daughter is feminine. She's a woman, but she ain't no pushover. You come in this house, man, she know how to use that weapon. Yeah, my daughter, listen, as beautiful as my daughter is, she'll blow your head off you come in this house the wrong way. She'll push your wig back because she's feminine, but that involves a certain level of power. Femininity involves a certain level of strength. And what this white woman said is, you know, y'all, you know, it was so telling when she said that. Y'all think y'all gonna come over to white? Nah, and let me tell you something. White women are strong as well. Asian women, they are strong, homie. Mexican women, one thing your black ass ain't gonna do is disrespect the culture when you dealing with a Mexican woman. You're gonna learn how to adapt to Mexican culture. You're going to start speaking a certain level of Espanol. You're going to start eating Mexican food. White women, they are not pushovers, homie. They might use you as a tool for sex. They know you can't resist that dog fur, but you ain't superior to her grandfather. You ain't superior to that blue-eyed, blonde, dog fur having her daddy. You ain't superior to that with your black ass. You ain't superior to that. I say all that to say this. Most black men can't deal with the power that come with divine femininity. They can't handle the power that comes with a divine feminine black woman, homie. You let me give you salute to the chat. We got over 400 people in the chat. Hit the like button. Let me give you a prime example, right? When I was growing up, my uncles and my OGs, never taught me to deal with a woman that wasn't educated, that wasn't a hustler, that didn't know how to go out there and make a bag. A boss chick, a boss, whatever you want to call it, a boss baby. My OGs didn't tell me to go out here and date a woman that works at McDonald's. To go out here and date a woman that don't know how to get money. Right? But from when I was growing up to now, the tables have turned. The red pill diaspora is telling young men if she has an education, then she's masculine. If she's a boss baby, then she's masculine. If she know how to make money, then she's masculine. If she's smart, then she's masculine. If she has an opinion, then she's masculine. It's the total opposite of what I was raised to look for. If a woman has an opinion, now she's masculine. If a woman make more money than you, then she's masculine. No, my OGs, when I was growing up, you wanted a woman that could make more money than you. Or you wanted a woman that could compete in the household when it came to that paper. I never knew a man that was married to a broke woman. I didn't know men like that. I didn't know men that sought out broke women so they could feel superior. Now we got men that will literally look for broke women so that they can feel like they are superior with whatever they make. So I make 60,000. I want my wife to make 20,000 so I could be the man of the house because the money I need to make more. What? We got a lot of Shannon Sharpes running around out here. We got a lot of men that have put mud in the water and are using white women as shields, using Asian women as a shield so that we can't see that you're inferior. You a puppy, homie. You a little dog. With that being said, man, Shannon Sharpe should be under the jail. And it's time to expose men like Shannon Sharpe. It's time to fully expose, deeper than you being in love with a white woman. Why exactly are you married to a white woman? You should explain that to us. Tell us what really, and what'll happen is the more you talk, the more we can see through the smoke and mirrors. Salute to all the black women out there that's highly educated, that's highly in getting that money. Salute the black women that got that muscle, that got that supreme femininity, that know how to go out there and get a bag and come home and be submissive to their husbands. I want to let y'all know, black women, all of us ain't like that. I want to give y'all an example. When I go out, right? When I go out in public, I always catch the eye of white women, right? I could walk into any building, any situation, and if it's white women in there and we make eye contact, I instantly know like they are interested, right? White women, right? Respectfully, right? But what I always noticed is I can tell instantly that they are expecting me to act like Shannon Sharpe. They think that because I'm a black man, I'm automatically attracted to the dog fur. So what I make an effort to do in any building I walk in where there are white women, right? As a man, I'm going to make eye contact. When I walk in the room, I'm a grown man. I'm a big dog. I'm going to make eye contact. But after that first initial eye contact, I never look back again. I don't look this way. When they walk, I don't look back. I don't make eye contact a second time. Anything said is very short and sweet. Hey, okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, I'm moving. Because I want them to understand and I want them to feel the energy that I'm not one of these black men. I'm not a Shannon Sharpe. I don't bend break and fold for the white woman. I'm not really into that. And if it's a black woman in the building, I make eye contact, I speak openly, out loud. And my whole posture is letting any and everybody know in the building that I don't know this woman, but I will speak up for this black woman. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to this black woman because you know they say black women are the least protected. It's all about your mannerisms. And I'm telling you that white men, they understand that. They notice a black man that stands on business. They won't disrespect a black woman if a real black man is standing there. I don't even got to be in the same line as her. I could be over there. But the way I greet her when I walk into the building, they notice that. And that's respectfully, that's just my preference. I prefer a black woman with no wig, no weave. I would rather you wear your cornrows that you got under your wig and all that. Take the wig off and just wear your cornrows. I want 400% nigga. I don't want you mixed with nothing. I don't want you mixed with Latino. I don't want you half white and half black. I like my women black, like I like my coffee. And again, real white people respect me for that. Real white women love the fact that I speak like this to my black women. They really don't like black men that disrespect black women to try to be with them. They don't like and they don't respect black men that talk down on black women to try to be with a white woman or Asian. They don't like that. Now, again, they'll use you as a tool for sex. But when it come to grown man business, they don't respect you on that. And that's why you don't see too many black men that's with white women stand out like a king. Stand out like a big dog. Because they don't respect you. Now, just like that young lady looked at LeBron, yeah, they'll have sex with you. They'll fuck you. They'll even have babies with you so that they babies can have a little bit of melanin in it. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with having a baby with a black man and getting a little bit of that melanin because they know exactly what this melanin is. But as far as them respecting you more than they respect, you know, the white men that they know, nah, they don't, black man. Now, I'm going to leave y'all with this. The reason why a lot of y'all feel like it's hard to be with black women is because y'all don't understand that anything worth having, you got to work for. Anything that's worth having, you got to work for it. So you think that black women just supposed to bend, break, and fold? You think that they just supposed to submit to you? You think they just supposed to give you the leadership role and all of that? And what I'm here to tell you is, no, black man. You got to stand on business first. You got to be a man, homie. The man make the money don't make the man. So just because you making money don't mean she going to respect you as a man. Go get you a black woman that's educated, that make more money than you, and make her submit to you. And that's when you become a man. Go get you a black woman that got a master's degree, that make $200,000 a year. Go get her and have that same black woman submit to you, cook for you, know how you like your food made, wash and fold your clothes, have your children, raise your babies, take on your last name. That shit gonna make a man out of you, youngster. But running from these divine feminine black women, running to these white women, running to these Asian women, running away from the real work, You lost. That's how I was raised. That's what I want all the young men that's gonna watch this live stream. I want y'all to apply that to your everyday life. Go and find you a strong, feminine, divine energy black woman. Highly educated, master's or doctorate degree. 6 figures a year. She gotta make at least 6 figures a year. That's number 3, right? And make her submit to you. Put in the work. She should know how you like your breakfast. She should know how you like your dinner. She should know to wash the clothes before you ask and have those clothes folded nice and neat. I'm talking your socks and your boxer briefs, all of that. I'm trying to give you some game, youngster. Big salute to that. Hey, listen, man. Hey, Joe Mackey, I appreciate that 10-piece nugget. I like my mom like I like my coffee ground up and then hey, big dog. Salute to you. I appreciate that 10-piece nugget. You know what I mean? Miss Lovelace, you already know. I appreciate that 20-piece nugget. Yes, a powerful message for the black woman. A powerful message for black men. Because when you do this, when you put in that work, and you don't just run to white women, you don't just run to Asian and Mexican women, and you put that work in with that divine feminine black woman, that highly educated boss baby black woman, you ain't gonna have these type of issues, homie. You ain't gonna have these type of issues, my guy. Trust me. You're gonna raise a black family, a strong family. But the majority of the men that end up in the situation like Shannon Sharpe ran from that divine femininity, that highly educated, 6 figures a year, boss baby, highly opinionated black woman. They ran from the work. They ran from the work that's going to make you a man, and they ran to white women, and they got their ass in a situation they can't get out of. Now you running back to black women, and now you running back to black men, and you talking about, yo, they try. Yeah, well, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. You made your bed, and now you got to lay in it. Don't run back to black women now, Shannon. Don't start calling out the black women now. Yeah. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be, but we going to stand on this business. And in this message, I wanted to make sure that I gave a shout out to white women. I gave a shout out to Asian women. This is not for all people. You got a small selective few of black men that naturally just want to be with a white woman. You know, being as though how they was raised or whatever it is. You got a small, a small selective few of white women that really respect black men. See, it's never all women or all men or all marriages or all situations, but I'm speaking to the mass majority of black men. Y'all ran to these white women because y'all thought that they was feminine and y'all thought black women was masculine. What I'm here to tell you, you've been lied to. Just because she educated don't mean she masculine, homie. Just because she got an opinion don't mean she's masculine. Just because she make more money than you don't mean she's masculine. What I'm here to tell you is the man make the money never made the man. So I'm a man with it or without it. I'm a grown-ass man that demand respect. If I got the money or if I don't got the money. And if my wife make more money than me, then that's kudos to me, homie. That's a flex on my end. Y'all didn't know that? Your wife got a master's or a doctorate degree. Your wife is getting money. Your wife know how to go out there in the world and bring that money back home to daddy. You thought that was no, that's a flex. My wife go out there and get a bag, and she come home and get on her knees like daddy tell her to. Respectfully. I ain't got to do what you doing, Shannon. I ain't got to force her. I ain't got to go get grape charges. I ain't got to do all that. My old lady go out there and get it, and she bring it home to daddy, and we count that money up. My old lady go out there and get it, and she bring it home to daddy. And if I tell her I want fishnet stockings on tonight, she put fishnet stockings on tonight. She know I like fishnet stockings and all that. She know I like to see her in fishnet. Yeah. She go out there and get a bag, and she bring it home to daddy. And if I tell her I'm hungry, she go in that kitchen. Yeah, I got a big kitchen in there. Y'all got femininity and masculinity confused. Y'all think femininity is a pushover. Y'all think femininity means she's weak and she ain't got an opinion and she ain't educated. And I'm here to tell you, you got it confused. A feminine woman to bring that money home to daddy. A feminine woman know what kind of lingerie that you like, and she make sure to wear it, and you ain't gotta ask. She ordering that lingerie. She ordering it. You ain't gotta ask. A feminine woman know how to cook your food, homie. A feminine woman know how to get down on her knees when you ask her to. A feminine woman. With that being said, this is Grown Man Business TV, my G. You know what I'm saying? You in the right place. You in the right place, man. It ain't no other channel like this on YouTube. Pure dope, straight off the brick, and I put it right in the bottles. No extras, no preservatives, no baking soda, no quinine, no fentanyl, no nothing. I don't even water whip the dope. I take it straight off the brick and I put it right in the bottle. Now, before we get out of here, I got one more receipt that I want to play for y'all. And then I'm gonna give y'all a brief synopsis on it, and and then we're gonna get out of here. It's a beautiful Saturday night. I don't want to hold y'all up too much more. Salute to these beautiful black women out here. The real black women. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I ain't talking about Sexy Red and Glorilla and all that. I'm talking about the real black women out here. The educated black women out here. The real black women that's standing on real business. That got these black men so shook and so scared and so pussy that they running off to they passport bros and all that. Why you gotta be a passport bro when you got all these beautiful black women right here in America? Gorgeous too. I'm talking shit. They everywhere, baby. Highly educated too. My master degrees and all that. Fuck is wrong with you? I'm gonna play one more receipt. We're gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna let y'all enjoy your night. Let's look at it. Big salute. Look at this.
Is the older women trying to shame older men into picking them? Because see, not the competition. Older women ain't the competition with older women. It's them young ones.
Right.
It's them young ones that coming.
Yeah.
That'll do what you want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody gonna tell me I'm independent. I pay my bills. I pay the cost to be the boss. Mm. You the boss by yourself. Them old young ones coming with it. They coming with it, Ocho.
Now I'm gonna play that one more time. I might play it a few more times. I ain't gonna lie to you, right? But I'm gonna play it a couple more times, right? Shannon said the young ones. There you go, Shannon. He said the young ones is coming with it. The teenagers. Yeah, the teenagers. He was dropping Johnson in a teenager. Shannon Sharpe. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. These men that are misleading y'all. Oh, I pay the cost to be the boss. Hey, homie. Shannon Sharpe was dating and dropping Johnson and that 19-year-old girl because he was able to bait her with money. These dudes are predators. And they're dropping their ideology on y'all. And they're turning y'all into something you don't even know what you got going on. That's predator talk right there. The older women ain't you boss and you alone. Well, why? Cause y'all done got these young boys thinking that because she a boss that she's masculine. So now these boss bitches, these boss babies, these beautiful women, highly educated, is having issues because you got men like Shannon Sharpe that prey on teenagers. Yeah, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna let them look.
Is the older women trying to shame older men into picking them? Because see, not the competition. Older women ain't the competition with older women. It's them young ones.
Right.
It's them young ones that coming. Yeah. That'll do what you want.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me I'm independent. I pay my bills. I pay the cost to be the boss. You the boss by yourself. Them old young ones coming with it. They coming with it, Ocho. Is the older women trying to shame older men into picking them? Because see, not the competition. Older women ain't the competition with older women. It's them young ones.
Right.
It's them young ones that coming.
Yeah.
That'll do what you want.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me I'm independent. I pay my bills. I pay the cost to be the boss. You the boss by yourself. Them old young ones coming with it. They coming with it, Ocho. Is the older women trying to shame older men into picking them? Because see, not the competition. Older women ain't the competition with older women. It's them young ones.
Right.
It's them young ones that coming.
Yeah.
That'll do what you want.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me I'm independent. I pay my bills. I pay the cost to be the boss. You the boss by yourself. Them old young ones coming with it. They coming with it, Ocho. Is the old. Now, let's kind of break this down, right? I want to say this before I even get into that, right? Let's not get the word independent and independence confused. Independent and independence are two different words with two different meanings. So, I don't want no independent woman. I want a woman with some independence. I want a woman that can go get it without me having to hold her hand. I want a woman that can listen, if I fall off right now, can pay all the bills and hold the house down until I get back on my feet. I want a woman with some independence. And let me tell you something, Shannon. Ain't no 19-year-old teenager out there got any independence. They are dependents. They are depending on your money. They are hoping and depending that you help pay their rent. They are dependents. And you a predator. You a nasty man. You a nasty man for, yeah, it's right there. I ain't, the thing is this. I'm going to keep the receipts. I'm not going to get up here and bash you and do X, Y. I'm not going to do all that. I'm going to keep the receipts and I'm going to let you talk your way I'm going to let you do it yourself. I'm going to give you the gun and let you blow your brain. I ain't going to do it. Let's understand, people, the word independent and independence are two different words. So I saw you in the, where the homie at? I saw you in the chat. Homie just said, no, he got a point with the older women. Yeah. Shannon Sharpe got some money. But he run into a woman that's 31 years old that got a doctorate degree that's getting her own money. Now you don't just get to bait her with your money. Now you got to be a man. You got to be able to be a man. You got to be articulate. You got to be able to articulate yourself. You got to be charismatic. You understand? You got to have some humor. You got to have a sense of humor. You got to have some dialogue. You got to have some conversation. You got to have some substance.
But when you talking to a 19-year-old teenager, you ain't got to have none of that. Hey, I got some money for you. And then Shannon Sharpe is so, I don't want to say, I ain't going to disrespect him, but he's so brainless. He thought it was smart to get behind closed doors with a teenage white girl and then get kinky. The young girls is coming with it. What they coming with, Shannon? $50 million lawsuits? Yeah. Why you ain't telling the young boys that? What they coming with, Shannon? Yeah, the young girls is coming. The youngsters. You want a young girl. You's a nasty man, homie. And again, when you get a dude like Shannon Sharpe in the room with a grown man like Grown Man Business TV, it's easy to pick them apart. It's easy. Let me tell you something. You know how many gorgeous, I'm talking absolutely beautiful 29-year-old women it is out there, 30, 31. Let me tell you something. Go to Houston, go to Miami, go to one of these cities, B, and run across a 31-year-old. I'm talking voluptuous. I'm talking fucking gorgeous. 31-year-old, I'm talking built like a stallion, homie, like a fucking fully grown woman. Whew. 31. You shooting at a 19-year-old white girl that's built like she 14 years old. I'm talking skinny and slim in the waist and all of that. You ran down on a 19-year-old teenage white girl that's 135 pounds. Built like a 15-year-old. Come on, man. That's a nasty man right there. You know what kind of women Shannon Sharpe could be dealing with? 31-year-old. I'm talking, god damn, you be like, oh, shit. 31-year-old stallion, 170 pounds, 5'11". God damn. You know what kind of women Shannon Sharpe could be dealing with? But when you ain't got no substance, when you think that a 34-year-old grown-ass voluptuous woman with a doctorate degree that make $200,000 a year, that's a dentist, that got her own dentistry and you know, got her own house and got a couple of cars, when you think that that woman is masculine because she can pay all her own bills, she don't need your money, you got it all wrong, homie. You got it all wrong. And I don't got no problem stepping on a Shannon Sharpe. I ain't got no problem stepping and speaking grown man business to a dude like Shannon Sharpe. Nigga, you a predator. When this is all said and done, in your court manuscript, it should be mandatory that you have to register as a predator. I think it should be a child predator and then a predator. I think it should be two separate things because a child predator is different. But a man that's 56-year-old dealing with a teenager, that should be considered a predator. And we should be able to know where you live at and what city and what state you live in from here on out. So we can make sure that you ain't trying to have sex with our 19-year-old nieces and our 19-year-old daughters and our 19 and 18-year-old cousins. You shouldn't be able to do that. Yeah, he said, look.
Older women trying to shame older men into picking them. Because see, not the competition. Older women ain't the competition with older women. It's them young ones.
Right.
It's them young ones that come.
Yes.
That'll do what you want.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me I'm independent. I pay my bills. I pay the cost to be the boss. It's the older women trying to.
It's the younger woman that's coming. It's the young ones that'll do what you want. Youngster, let me tell you something. When you a real man, when you a big dog for real, they gonna do what the grown women to do what you want. A grown ass woman will do what you want. I'm talking, listen, youngster, I gotta give you the game that my uncles gave me. When you a real man, when you make the money and the money don't make the man, when you the man first and the money comes second, when you are the man, oh, she gonna do what you wanted to do, baby. You ain't gotta date no young ass teenager to make her do what you want to do. That right there is exposing himself. So you date young girls so that you can make them do what you want to do. So you can make them call you a nigga. So you can make them put that dildo up your rectum and all that. So you can make them, so you can tell them you want them to have, you know, your big black baby and all that. So you got a young teenager so you can make her do what you wanted to do. You're not a man until you can make a real woman do what you wanted to do. When you can make a real boss, I'm talking a full-grown woman that's a fucking boss. When you can make her, when you can have her do what you wanted to do, you the man. When you make a teenager do it, 19 is a teenager. That's why it's 19. 19 mean teenager. Y'all don't know how y'all forgot that. I don't know how y'all let the higher ups and the elites brainwash y'all to think that 18 is grown. 18 is not grown. 18 is a teenager. 19 is not grown. 19 is a teenager still. That's why it's 19. That's why it's 19. If you got to date a teenager to make her do what you wanted to do, you a predator. Shannon Sharpe, you a predator, homie. That was a teenager. You a fucking predator, B. That's it. You are a predator. All right? To the women out there. And this is all women. You know what I'm saying? This ain't even got no color, but I'm speaking specifically to black women. I'm always talking to my beautiful, voluptuous, highly melanated black women. I got a thing. I got a thing for black. I'm not even really into the red bone, but that's just whatever you prefer. I like my women dark. I like black, right? Go harder. Don't let no man out here make you think you masculine because you are highly educated, because you got an opinion about how things should go, because you are smart, because you are a breadwinner, because you are an earner. Don't let no man play with you in your face. Don't let no man play in your face like that. If he is downing you for being educated, for being an earner, for being a grinder, a hustler, if he is trying to muffle your shine and your greatness, that is not a man. That is a predator. That is a Shannon Sharpe. If he's trying to douse out your light, put your flame out, and call you masculine for those attributes, that is a Shannon Sharpe in disguise. What a man is going to do is he going to water you. He going to water your hustle. He going to water your education. He going to water you. He going to help that shit grow. Because the more powerful you are, the more powerful I am. You don't see male lions telling the female lions to be weak. Nah. The more female lionesses that he got, the stronger they are, the more we gonna eat, baby. The male lion want his woman. Man, we ain't looking for no scragglers, shorty. We ain't dealing with no broke ass. Man, your ass broke, shorty. You need to get out the dating pool. You need to go to school. You need to get your life together, shorty. Just like any young man. If your money ain't right, shorty, get out the way. Get your ass out the mud. My uncles didn't tell, my OGs never taught me to think like Shannon Sharpe. These older women, we used to want cougars when I was young. The cougar gonna buy your ass a car. Oh, y'all don't, the cougar gonna buy you the PlayStation, the PS5. The cougar gonna say, baby, you need a car. What happened to your car? Don't worry, we go to the car lot tomorrow. I got good credit. When I was young, we was looking for the highly educated, the money getters. We wasn't looking for no goddamn 19-year-old little teenagers. When I was 21, I wasn't fucking with a 19-year-old. When I was 22, I wasn't having sex with 19-year-old teenagers. When I was 25, I was not having sex with a 19-year-old teenager. You understand what I'm saying? When I was 21, I would not have sex with a 19-year-old. Bitch, you 19? You can't even drink. Hey, hey, shorty, you too young. Shorty, get out of here. So a 55 or 60-year-old man talking like this.
The shame older men in the picking them. Because see, not the competition. Older women ain't the competition with older women. It's them young ones.
Right.
It's them young ones that cut.
Yes.
That'll do what you want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody gonna tell me I'm independent. I pay my bills. I pay the cost to be the boss. Mm. You the boss by yourself. Them old young ones coming with it. They coming with it, Ocho.
Let me tell you this. I want to end with this, right? If your girl or your woman is telling you, can't nobody tell me what to do, right? You got a little bit of work to do. You need to figure out what's going on in you as a man to be able to get that under control. But let's just say you can't get that under control. You know, she talking to you like that. She disrespecting you. You know, she got the neck movements and all that. That's not the girl for you. She not for you. You know what I'm saying? If you can't get her under control in due time, then you need to understand that that's not your wife. That's not your girl. Move on and find the woman that you can get under control. Don't go get a 19-year-old teenager. Salute. Appreciate that 9-piece nugget. April. Appreciate that 9-piece nugget. New subscriber. Much love and respect for your message and your channel. Feels amazing to see a king giving the utmost respect, love, and appreciation to us black queens. Blessings unto you. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Yeah, you know, now I want to say this, April, you know, I'm definitely about holding black women accountable because, you know, I understand that black women have a real responsibility in a universal order of things. So I'm definitely, with this channel, I'm definitely about holding black women accountable, but I'm not talking down on black women. And I got, you know, I got a deep reverence in my heart for black women. My mother's a black woman. Full on nigga. We, you know, my people is from South Carolina, North Carolina, you know, Geechee tribe. We Geechee Goalie. You know, my grandmama was a Geechee. We from the Geechee tribe. We are, you know, native to this land over here. I got a real reverence for black women. I love black women. I never fell in the trap of the whole exotic thing. When I was growing up, I'm an 80s baby, so the early 2000s and all of that, it was this whole exotic movement. You know what I'm saying? And I you know, I thought that was what it was, and I got close to that dog fur, and I realized back then that I don't want no parts of that. I don't want nothing that's dog fur. I don't want no mixed breed. I don't want no exotic. I don't want none of that. You understand me? So, yeah, utmost love and respect to black women. And, you know, I just really wanted to do a live and just give some content on black men falling into these traps with white women because they running from real black divine femininity, highly melanated, educated, bosses. The fuck, nigga? So y'all now teaching the young boys that you should be running towards Women that are not educated because they're going to be more submissive. Women that are not opinionated because they're going to be more. No. See, a lot of you dudes was lames and y'all was geeks in school. Y'all grew up and y'all got some money. Y'all got some money. But now that you got the money, you can't figure out how to submit a woman. So what you do is you find teenagers. You find young women that need money. And then you bait these young women with money. And they respect you for a certain amount of time until they get your ass in a trap and they go for that $50 million. Now you crying to black women. Yeah. These women that don't got no money, that you baiting with money, they submit, they play the role, and they start recording your phone calls. They start recording shit. They start screenshotting your text messages with your old ass. Now it's $50 million on the line. Now your character is on the line. Now you being publicly assassinated. Your character is being assassinated. When Monique and Cat Williams told you, go ahead and get a woman your age, man. Put in the work. This the shit that's gonna make you a man, homie. Going through the ups and downs with your woman, with your black woman, going through the alleys and the peaks, ups and downs with this shit until y'all find the even playing field. You're gonna go through ups and downs until you come into that manhood where that woman is now willing to submit fully to you. And when she fully submits, you're going to deserve it. You're going to know that you deserved it because you put that work in. But going to get a 19-year-old little teenager and baiting money is going to get your ass a sexual assault charge. It's going to get your ass put in jail. It's going to have your ass paying $50 million. And we are tired of you predators hiding behind the black man in the race card. Fuck all that. Get your black ass, take your black ass to jail. Shannon Sharpe, reach out to all the young women and tell young women and white women to support your movement. With that being said, you already know what time it is. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? And you can tap in and you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. Listen. I suggest you tap into this Grown Man Business. I suggest you tap into this grown man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the brick into the bottles. I'm going to give you this pure dope. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoat nothing and we not dressing nothing up. I'm going to give you this pure dope, straight raw. No extras, no quinine, no baking soda, no fentanyl. I don't even put it in the pot. We ain't gonna water whip this dope. I want to give you this pure dope straight off the brick and I put it right in the bottles. Yeah, I ain't like Young Jeezy. I don't need a Pyrex jar and I don't need a stove. I put this shit right in the bottle for you. All right? Shannon Sharpe is a predator. We need to run with that from here on out. Hey, allegedly, this white girl got you under her thumb. Until we see what's going on in the evidence that I already seen, right or wrong, I got to put the predator title on you. That young girl was a teenager. She was 19 years old. And I want to say something just real quick. I saw this in the chat. Is a 19-year-old allowed to work in a strip club? Yes. An 18-year-old is allowed to work in a strip club. But who made the rules? The higher-ups and the elites. Who made the rules? So it's legal for a 19-year-old and an 18-year-old to work in a strip club, but is it morally correct? Absolutely not. And I suggest y'all start moving off your moral compass. Stop looking at what's legal. In Georgia, it's legal for a 16-year-old girl to consent to sex. So if it's legal for a 16-year-old girl to have sex, and it's legal for an 18-year-old girl to work in a strip club, you got to ask yourself, who made the laws? The higher-ups and the elites, who are predators themselves, who are down with sex trafficking, who are down with all that. You already know what I'm talking about, them people that got them tunnels and all that. Who made the laws? Who made this shit legal? Who told you that an 18-year-old teenager could work in a strip club. The higher-ups, them Caucasian people made that legal. We ain't have nothing to do with that. Melanated people ain't have nothing to do with that. Caucasian, Caucasoid people made that legal. So it's not about going off of what's legal anymore. We got to now start asking ourselves, what's moral? Is that morally right? Does that sit right on my moral compass? And fucking no. 19, 17, 18, all the same thing. Teenagers, teens. So again, look out for the guys that say, well, she's legal. That's a red flag. Look out for the men, for the guys that say, oh, well, I mean, is she allowed to work in a strip club? I mean, she's legal. I mean, she's a teenager, bro. You didn't know that? You can look at her hands and tell she a teenager. You can look at her body and tell she's a teenager. You can look at her, figure, look at her titties and all that. That's a fucking teenager. You ain't never looked at a teenage. You can look at a 19-year-old girl and tell that her body, she's still a teenager. Shannon Sharpe is a predator. But even deeper than Shannon Sharpe, shame on all you black men that go behind closed doors with these white women and talk down on black women. Shame on you black men that label black women as masculine when the simple fact is you can't handle a real woman. That's why you date a 19-year-old. That's why you date a teenager, an 18-year-old. That's why you do those things. Because you ain't really man. You ain't a big dog for real. Last but not least, to all my youngsters out there, find you a highly educated, highly melanated, highly opinionated, money-getting, hustling, divine feminine woman. Now that right there is a challenge, youngster. You heard how that sound when I told you that? A highly opinionated, a highly melanated, a highly educated, money getting, hustling, divine feminine woman. Oh, that shit don't sound easy, do it? That right there don't sound like a 19-year-old. That don't sound like Sexy Red. That don't sound like Glorilla. Do it. Go find you one of them. And when she submits to you, when she go out and get that $100,000, $200,000 a year, and she bring it home to daddy, now you a man. Now you made it. Don't fall for one of these 19, 21-year-old OnlyFans models, 19 to 23-year-old McDonald's workers that's asking you what you gonna pay for and how much money you got, and don't fall for that. Go get you a highly educated, highly opinionated, highly melanated, hustling, go-getting, divine feminine woman. Make her submit to you. Make her take your last name and make her have your babies and all that. Marry that woman and then make her have your babies and all that. And when she bring that $200,000 home to daddy, that's when you made it. With that being said, you already know what the time it is. Big salute to all my wrenches. Miss Lovelace, Charlie P, Supreme Science, 777, MJ Dresky, everybody. I see y'all in the chats. Stacy Galore, I see you in the chat. Big salute to the chat. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you are subscribed to the Realest channel on YouTube. Now listen, man, go enjoy your Saturday night. We're going to tap in tomorrow for sure. We're going to tap in on Sunday. We got more downloads that's downloaded. So you already know what time it is, right? It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. And I mean, you can tap in and you can tap out. But you know my slogan. And you know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. Gang.